right, y'all, welcome back to Hips, Lips, and Gender Benders, MTV's History of Sex.
Now, sex is generally a private matter. However, when personal lives collide with public interest, strange things can and do happen. Let's take a look.
On April 7, 1998, George Michael was arrested after coming onto an undercover cop at a urinal in a men's restroom of a public park in Beverly Hills.
It was a stupid thing to do. I've never been able to turn down a free meal.
Let's go outside. In the sunshine. I know you want to, but you can't see.
We all thought of George Michael as a stud. And so I think the reason that became such a big story is because it was so inconsistent with his image.
Anyone who's met me has known that I'm gay, just not the press.
A generalized sexuality has always been a component of George Michael's act, from his hot pants days with the teen pop duo Wham!
Wake me up before you go. I don't want to miss you hit that high.
to his 1987 lust anthem, I Want Your Sex.
Sex is natural, sex is good. Not everybody does it, but everybody should.
Unfortunately, the late 80s were a time of sexual paranoia, fueled by the spread of AIDS, and Michael's hit struck some sensitive souls as irresponsibly promoting promiscuous sex.
The Reactions record was incredible. At the time, there was such a downer on sex in general. My point was lust. Sex can be perfectly achieved in a loving relationship.
Sex is best when it's one-on-one.
A nice thought, but radio stations in New York and California weren't buying it. They banned the song. And MTV told Michael to tack on a disclaimer for the benefit of the easily befuddled.
And this song is not about casual sex.
Despite such media resistance, Michael's single became a big, sexy hit. But the hubbub over I Want Your Sex pointed up the existence of a new sexual climate. Gone were the free love days of the 1960s and the disco promiscuity of the 70s. Now, even the frothiest pop stars were expected to encase their sexual messages in a veneer of hygiene.
There were certain artists who were responding to AIDS in a really concrete way and putting those kind of images in their videos.
Let's practice safe sex. All right.
If everyone had to be that careful, it was quite a relevant point to make.
When he did the whole monogamous thing, I thought that that was more a statement of the time of the AIDS crisis than his own personal life, which we know tends more towards the parks and the anonymous sex. Oh, George.
Let's talk about sex.
Prince partied like it was 1999, a little ahead of time at the 1991 Video Music Awards, performing what amounted to a televisual lap dance for millions of viewers.
I was just thinking, you plus me, what a ride. If you was thinking the same, you could continue outside. Against the pocket, dressed down like I was stripping up here. Pause, I'm enjoying. Let me show you, baby, I'm a talented boy.
It may not be possible to actually give exhibitionism a good name, but Prince gave the effort all he had.
As we like to call it, the Rear Window episode.
And that was Prince again trying to surprise the audience with something, but what really, if you look at the tape of that thing, is if you look in the background, there's some pretty heavy petting going on that stage.
By then, Prince had sort of rewritten the language of sexuality, and he'd done that from the very beginning.
But the ass is so small. There's so little of it. I really felt kind of cheated.
Prince is very sexy. His energy performing and his songs are very, very sexy. Men sometimes seem to lose touch with their bodies in a way. They're all about the other thing. And he seems very in touch with his body by the way he moves.
I think that Prince has always pushed the envelope of a number of things. One of them is androgyny.
Saying about women, but you had the idea that he was more just in love with having sex than he was particularly, about a specific woman or even women.
From the moment he arrived on the scene back in 1978, Prince has pushed against sexual boundaries in his songs, his stage shows, and his videos.
He just took the rule book and threw it out, Amazing pop sense, great technical ability on the instruments he played, just an obsessive attitude towards sex. That's a topic he's never grown tired of.
Today, Prince remains the standard against which sexy rock and soul guys are generally judged.